start.
Hi everyone, this is Vamsi Ragandula and the following are of my group members. So we are aiming to do a project on music recommender chatbot based on emotions. We aim to personalize the music experience by aligning song suggestions with how users feel in real time. So the basic project overview is we want to create a chatbot to recommend songs aligned with user mood using ML. And then for the update one, we have done feature extraction, model building, and evaluation on songs data, and also feature got gone through emotion detect using emotions Go emotions data. So the songs data summary is of used audio and interaction features from songs. We the features like energy, valence, tempo help describe how the song feels, while views and comments show how users engage. This combination lets us capture both emotional tone and popularity of the songs to recommend the better songs to the users. So the pre-processing steps goes like we clean the data set by handling missing values and dropping non-essential columns. We applied scaling and log transformations to address skewness in some of the variables, and we feature engineered to combining danceability and engineer gave us more meaningful dimensions and also balance and tempo. From here, my friend Sanjay will continue.
Hello everyone. This slide represents before and after log transformation. In our data set, the stream count values were heavily skewed and most songs had very low stream count. This imbalance posed a challenge of our regression model, which could easily get biased by these outliers. To handle this, we applied log transformation to the stream count feature. This mathematical operation, the large values are stretched and the small ones where you can see the following graphs for the distribution of stream and after the log transformation stream distribution. The next slide represents the future selection model. To make our model efficient, we performed future selection separately for classification and regression tasks. For classification, where we aim to predict whether a user emotionally connects to the song, and we use random forest future to implement correct analysis, and the results showed the comments and views were the most influential features. And next, we have set the top future implement importance slide. After training our model, we analyzed the futures had the most impact on the prediction. In classification, comments and views were the top futures, helping us to identify the songs. This engagement-based future act like a social proof. People to prefer songs that other are interacting with. In the regression model, views was the most important feature by a wide margin. Additionally, features like duration and violation, balance, and cosmetic played a smaller but still valuable role. From here, my friend gonna continue from the next slide.
This slide is about the models which we implemented in our project. We have explored the classic machine learning models like decision tree and KNN, and also the deep learning models like neural network and LSTM. We make sure that each model was carefully tuned using cross validation to ensure the robust and consistent performance across all the data sets. Ultimately, we identified that the random forest was excelled in our classification, while LSTM and other models outbound for sequential prediction. This slide is about the evaluation highlights. We identified that the random forest achieved 95% accuracy, showcasing strong classification ability on mood-based features. While the LSTM RSME dropped from 2.7 to 0.9 after tuning, proving its effectiveness with sequence and time series data. While this slide is about why did we choose both classification and regression. Classification maps user emotions to song categories, helping the system understand what mood fits for us, while as the regression predicts how engaging or popular a song might be, which is used to rank the recommendation. Together, we ensure that the song suggestions are both emotionally aligned and smartly prioritized. The next slide is about the current progress. We have completed major groundwork like feature selection, EDA model training, and validation. We identified that the system is now capable of accepting real-time emotion input for dynamic music recommendation. The Go emotion based emotion analysis is ongoing, and the Chat GPT chatbot integration is actively being prototyped. The next slide will be continued by my friend.
Hello everyone. Yeah, as my teammates has discussed till now, we have worked on Spotify dataset heavily for our first phase, and we have started a little bit about Go emotions also. So the main theme for the Go emotions is to get the emotion from the text sent by the user. So we are gonna get the text from the user, and we will try to detect what emotion it is, and we will incorporate it with the Spotify dataset where it will detect with valency. And coming to this data set, it has like 27 emotion labels. And uh, we used mapping input emotions as I discussed before. And we also found one of the important issue here, which is like imbalance in the data set, where neutral dominates the data. It has like around 55,000 data points. As you can see, this neutral has very large data and the rest of all has very less data. So, like, our plan is to either reduce the neutral by 35,000 or make some other things. For this phase, we have decided to reduce neutral to like 20K and make it reasonable with the other uh, all emotions. So, this is the updated data which we have decided after like reducing the neutral. We have selected random statements and we have removed that from this data. And the next slide. So, like, what are our next steps? Like, as I discussed before, like, we are gonna match the emotion from this Go emotion dataset to that Spotify by arranging the valence. So, for example, if the valence is very high, we will detect it as a joy. If the valence is very low, we will detect it as sadness. So, regarding the valence, we'll try to give a emotion for the dataset. And for interaction with the person, we'll try to create a chatbot where the chatbot takes some information or some kind of statements from the user. Right now, we are thinking of taking one statement from the user, but we are trying to implement it like, if a person can chat with the chatbot better, then we can get the emotion better. So we are trying to implement that, but for now, we are just decided to just take the input one statement as input and give songs related to it. So, like, yeah, our next steps will be like working on Go emotion data and incorporating it with the chatbot. Yeah, thank you. Uh, this is our project, and thanks for listening to us.